Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. For today's box opening, we've got a March of the Machine collector booster box, fully sealed and intact, directly from the Mox boarding house out in Seattle. This is from the Card Kingdom shop that I visited last week after my Alaskan cruise. Hopefully you're enjoying some of those time-lapse videos that I've put up for your enjoyment. Basically just GoPro on the balcony of the cruise ship. I'm going to be working on some additional Alaskan videos just because people had asked for them. And, you know, so my family can see them and whatnot too. So feel free to comment on those. They're not magic related. They're just there for your enjoyment. All right, so let's go ahead and crack open these 12 packs, go through the MTG box analysis, compare this box to a few other boxes that we've opened on the channel, and who knows, maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe there'll be a serialized card in here, because it does definitely come from a different case than the previous boxes that we've opened. That is assuming we can get these 15 cards out of the pack. All right, so we're going to start this one off with an Ephemera's Dispersal with a Sword-Soaring Cavalier. Then we're going to see a Wildwood Escort with a Traumatic Revelation. Then we've got a Tarkir Dune Shaper, followed by an Omen Hawker. Then a Gift of Completion, followed by the Full Art Swamp. Then we've got Teferi's Talent coming in from Commander, followed by a Doomscar Warrior in extended art. And then behind that, we've got a Path of the Ghost Hunter coming in from Commander. Then Dina Soul Steeper from the Mystical Archives with Inga Runais as our etched foil. And then we're going to see Heliod, the Radiant Dawn. This is going to be a showcase from the main set. And then we've got ourselves Eudora Grave Gardener coming in from the Mystical Archives. And a Treasure and a Thopter. And I apologize, it's not Mystical Archives, it's Universes Beyond. Of course, those both come from the Strixhaven showcase theme that is Mystical Archives, hence the confusion there. And again, here's a standard land inside of a collector's booster box instead of a common card. Very upset about that. What are you going to do? Got ourselves a Temporal Cleansing, followed by a Consuming Aetherborn, a Crystal Carapace, then a Trailblazing Historian, followed by a Collective Nightmare. And then we're going to see an Invasion of Pyrula with our Full Art Forest. And then we're going to see Rankle and Torben coming in as a rare from the main set, with a Monastery Mentor Mythic coming in from the main set. Very nice to see that. And then we're going to see a Bitterthorn Nissus Animus coming in from Commander, with Valakut Keeper of the Flame, followed by Rada Coalition Warlord. And then we're going to see an Omnith Locust of All. This was the Buy a Box promo. Very cool. Right behind that, we're going to see Skithiryx the Blight Dragon coming in the Halo foil treatment. That's very cool to see. Skithiryx does hold quite a bit of value in the Halo foil treatment. If I'm not mistaken, it's almost $60 in value. So we'll take just a moment and put him right over there in the awesome pile. And then we have an Elemental and a Night token. So that is a fantastic way to start this particular box off. Right with a $60 hit there. Now let's see if we can't get ourselves maybe another Mythic Halo foil. I don't think I've done two in one box. Again, super upset. Thanks for the swamp. We've got a Realmbreaker's Grasp, Thunderhead Squadron, Volcanic Spite, Bola Slinger, Phyrexian Awakening, followed by an Invasion of Lorwyn, and then our Full Art Mountain. And then we're going to see Hitagatsu and Kiari coming in as our rare from the main set, with a Guardian of Jiapur as our extended art. And then we're going to see an Exsanguinator Cavalry coming in from the Commander set, followed by Wrath Weatherlight Stalwart. And then we're going to see Inga Runais in Halo foil. Very nice to see that. Not high value, though. And then we're going to see Ozolith the Shattered Spire coming in as extended art rare. And then we're going to see Jin-Gitaxias Mythic coming in. Very nice to see that, with an Incubator Phyrexian. So I'll put Jin-Gitaxias over there because he's a Mythic. He is not in Halo foil treatment, though. You're not guaranteed a Halo foil in any of these packs, but usually the boxes are good for, I would say, 4 to 5. We've got ourselves a Scoured Barrens, Seed of Hope, Alabaster Host Intercessor with Aphrodite's Favor. Then we're going to see an Assimilate Essence with Stoke the Flames. Then we've got an Invasion of Kaladesh with a Forest. And then we've got an Invasion of Tolova coming in as our rare. And then we got Ayara, Widow of the Realm, with Saruk and Goreclaw coming in, extended art, with a Timurit Chosen from Death. And behind that, we're going to see Dina Soul Steeper, this time in etched foil, followed by a Vorinclex. Very nice. And then right behind that, we're going to see Baral, Chief of Compliance, with an Incubator Phyrexian in the back. So very nice. Getting some pretty good mythics in this box so far. One of them being Halo and the other two just being standard. So we've already got 2 Praetors. Will we see an Elish Norn? So we got a Preening Champion. Or more importantly, will we see a Sheoldred? So we got a Sunder the Gateway, Tranquil Cove, Karsus Depth Guard, Infected Defector, with a Tangled Skyline, Mirror Shield Hopbite, a Plains. Then we're going to see an Ancient Imperviousaur, followed by Kolga and Yadaro, very nice, in Showcase, with a Dark Steel Splicer coming in from Commander. And then we're going to see a Rada Coalition Warlord. For a second there, I thought that was the Halo foil. It is not. Then we're going to see Fin the Fangbearer in etched, with a Doomscar Warrior, followed by Skithiris, the Blight Dragon, in etched foil. Very nice to see that. Skithiris in this particular treatment is close to $20. Very nice. Put Skithiris down there, and then we get another Incubator Phyrexian. So we'll put our 2 Skithirises together there. Very nice for a double hit there. Moving on into pack number 6 here. All right, we've got ourselves a Gloomfang Mauler, followed by Ren's Resolve. Then we get a Converter Beast, Disturbing Conversion, followed by a Sigiled Sentinel. Then the Astral Wingspan, with the Not Vold Hermit, the Full Art Island. And then we're going to see a Breach the Multiverse coming in as our main set rare, with a Grafted Butcher and a Death Greeter's Champion from Commander. There's Ingarune Eyes again. We're going to see a Halo foil, Valakut, Keeper of the Flame. Very nice. And then we're going to see Kolga and Yadaro in foil showcase, with Lurrus of the Dream Den in foil treatment as well. And then we get ourselves a Monk and a Phyrexian Hydra. All right, so that takes us through half of the box. That was a really good first half of the box, in my opinion. Hopefully the second half of the box continues that theme. And we see lots of value and really good, useful cards. So we got a Vanquish the Weak here with an Overgrown Pest. Then we've got a Redcap Heel Slasher, a Mirrodin Avenged, Bonded Herdbeast, with a Furnace Goblin, an Invasion of Zendikar. Just opened up some Zendikar on Friday. Then we got on Saturday. Then we got ourselves a Swamp with, there we go, Elish Norn in standard frame foil. Very nice. And behind that, we're going to see the Realmbreaker, the Invasion Tree. Very cool. With a Pain Disruptor, and Yargle, Glutton of Urborg, Rona, Sheoldred's Faithful, coming in etched, with a Voldarian Thrillseeker, and Gyruda, Doom of Depths, with the Incubator and the Phyrexian. I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice again. Just recently got over a cold. I guess it was more of a flu. Did have to take a couple of days off of work. Just was not feeling it. So hopefully the content I've been putting out has been okay. All right, so we got ourselves a Serpent Blade Assailant with a Deadly Derision, Bloodfell Caves, Oculus Whelp, Burning Sun's Fury, Tiller of Flesh. We're going to see an Invasion of Urgamon with a Mountain. And then Realmbreaker, the Invasion Tree again, this time in standard frame foil, with Into the Fire. And then we've got Vivian's Talent coming in from the Commander set, with Agar the Freezing Flame, Shauna Sisay's Legacy, and then we're going to see Rowan's Talent, another commander card in foil extended art, with Kairuga the Mastercrage. Then we get an Incubator Phyrexian in the back. All right, 4 packs to go here. So definitely a Shieldred would be a card I would love to see. Don't have too many Shieldreds in my possession, so the more the merrier. All right, got ourselves a Weary Thespian here with an Aki Scrap Chomper, Zalfirian's Shapecraft, Placid Rottentail, Beamtown Beatstick, Sculpted Perfection, Ravenous Sailback, the Full Art Plains, Zurgo and Ujitani coming in as a mythic hit from the main set, with Yargle and Multani coming in on Showcase, a Flock Chaser Phantom from Commander, Finn the Fangbearer in regular foil, with Renata Call to the Hunt, and then we get the Monastery Mentor in full foil extended art. Very nice. And we're going to see Hirobi Death's Whale coming in Halo foil with an Incubator Phyrexian. Very cool. So now we're up to 4 Halo foils, 1 mythic, 1 rare, and 2 uncommon. Still no serialized card, but, you know, they're in less than, I think, 2% of all packs, maybe less than 1%. I've only ever opened up 1, and that was the Jin-Gitaxias. From this set, that is. All right, another Plains, Final Flourish, Iridescent Blade Master, an Aerial Boost, Flittering Gorilla, with a completed Huntmaster, an Invasion of Olgothra, with a Swamp, then a Transcendent Message, followed by Complete the Circuit, Path of the Animus from Commander, Furja, Judge of Valor, and Furja again, this time in Halo foil, very nice. And then we're going to see Borbigamus and Filbert coming in as a mythic showcase, with Ayara, First of Locthwain, in the back, with a Phyrexian Mirror and a Teferi's Talent. All right, 2 packs to go here. And then we'll break down everything that we saw in the box and do that comparison. All right, Meeting of the Minds, followed by Nezumi Informant, Swiftwater Cliffs, Urn of Godfire, Atraxas Fall, Botanical Brawler, Harried Artisan, and Island. Then we're going to see an Invasion of Theros as our rare, with an Archpriest of Shadows, an Otharian Hero of Lava Brink coming in, with an Emoti Celebrant of Bounty. Then we're going to see Daxos Blessed by the Sun in Etched, with a tribute to the World Tree. And then we're going to see Atras Oracle of Half-Truths coming in at the end, with an Elemental and a Thopter token. All right, final pack for this box. Let's see what we get. Don't know why these are so hard to open. All right, so we got the Knight of New Coalition, followed by a Tenured Oilcaster, Alabaster Host Sanctifier, a Blossoming Sands, then a Timberland Ancient, an Oracle of Tragedy, Seal from Existence with our Forest. Then we've got the Omnath Locust of All coming in, followed by Hitagatsu and Kiari. And then the Ichor Elixir from Commander, with Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive, and Jury Master of the Review in Etched. Then we're going to see a mythic coming in from Commander. This is Rashmi and Ragavan, followed by Kenrith, the Return King, coming in foil. Very nice. Then we get an Incubator Phyrexian. All right, so give me just a moment. I'll get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. We'll begin by comparing the cards that we saw in this box to the cards that we were eligible to obtain inside of a collector booster pack. Then we'll examine set coverage for each of the 3 sets, as well as coverage by rarity. Then we'll review the current set value for each of the 3 sets and break down the actual observed value for each. Then we'll close this box out with a summary. Finally, we'll conclude the video with a comparison of the 4 collector boxes opened thus far on the channel. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box and more than 100 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level. Let's get things started by reviewing the contents of the box in comparison to the cards that we were eligible to see. Using this chart, we can see the non-foils that we observed from the main set in green, the foils we observed in orange, and the set in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, we were only eligible to see showcase, borderless, extended art, and serialized cards inside the collector booster packs. In today's box, we saw 4 non-foil showcase and 10 extended art cards. In the traditional foil space, we saw between 11 and 18 cards for each of the primary colors of Magic, plus 5 foil showcase and 5 foil extended art cards. In collector booster packs, the only cards that you'll see from the Multiverse Legends subset are the 65 cards either in traditional foil, etched foil, halo foil, or the serialized double rainbow foil. In today's box, we saw between 1 and 4 cards for each of the primary colors of Magic in traditional foil, as well as 10 multicolored cards. We also picked up 10 cards in etched foil, plus 5 cards in halo foil. Unfortunately, we didn't see any of the serialized cards from the subset in today's box. In the Commander subset, you can see 8 traditionally framed cards in foil and 54 extended art cards in either foil or non-foil inside of collector booster packs. In today's box, we saw 1 traditionally framed card in foil, 2 foil extended art cards, and 10 non-foil extended art cards. Moving into coverage, from the main set, we saw 14% of the showcase cards and 26% of the extended art cards in non-foil. This gave us 19% coverage of the 74 cards that we were eligible to see. In the foil space, we saw 115 of the 360 cards from the main set that we were eligible to pull, giving us 32% coverage of the set. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in green with 41% coverage. From the Multiverse Legends subset, we saw 15% of the etched foils and 8% of the halo foils in today's box. In the traditional foil space, we saw 21 of the 65 cards, giving us 32% coverage. And in the Commander subset, we saw 10 of the 54 extended art cards in non-foil for 19% coverage. We also saw 1 of the 8 standard frame cards that we could have pulled in foil for 12.5% coverage, and 2 of the 54 extended art cards for 4% coverage. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, in the non-foil space, we were only eligible to pull rare and mythic cards from the main March of the Machine set. In today's box, we saw 13 rares for 24% coverage and 1 non-foil mythic for 5% coverage. In the traditional foil space, we saw 57 commons, 24 uncommons, 16 rares for 14% coverage, and 5 foil mythics for 14% coverage. From the Multiverse Legends subset, we saw a combined 12 uncommons in etched foil and halo foil for 15% coverage, along with 1 rare for 1% coverage and 2 mythics for 3% coverage. In the traditional foil space, we saw 60% of the uncommons, 23% of the rares, and 13% of the mythics. Finally, in the Commander subset, we saw 10 of the 48 rares for 21% coverage, but no mythics in non-foil. In the traditional foil space, we saw 2 rares and a single mythic. In total, this box contained 49 rares and 11 mythics from the 3 sets. Before we take a look at the value in today's collector booster box, let's review the value of the cards in each of the 3 sets. This chart shows all the cards from the main March of the Machine set using non-foil market prices as of June 3rd, 2023. Excluding serialized cards, there are currently 15 cards valued over $10. The top 3 most valuable cards are going to be the standard frame Elish Norn, valued at $15.33, the standard frame Sheoldred, valued at $19.28, and the most valuable card in the set is the showcase Sheoldred, valued at $19.83. The set also features 22 cards valued between $5 and $10 and 36 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 292 cards from the main set are currently valued under $1. If you were to add up the non-foil market prices of all 360 cards, you'd be looking at a grand total of $418.15 in value. And here's a look at what we saw from the main set in non-foil. We didn't see a single card valued over $5 and only 4 cards valued over $1. The other 10 non-foils from the main set are currently valued less than $1. In the traditional foil space, we ended up seeing 2 cards valued over $10. They were the Showcase Vorinclex, valued at $11.76, and the standard frame Elish Norn, valued at $17.54. We also saw 2 cards valued between $5 and $10. Plus, we saw 7 foils valued between $1 and $5. The other 106 foils from the main set that we saw are currently valued less than $1. Now let's take a look at the value from the Multiverse Legends subset. This chart shows all the cards from the subset that you can pull from a collector booster box using non-foil market prices as of June 3rd, 2023. Excluding serialized cards, there are currently 33 cards valued above $10, and 5 of them are valued more than $50. They are the Halo Foil Atraxa Praetor's Voice at $58.09, the Halo Foil Skithrix the Blight Dragon at $59.49, the Etched Foil Ragavan Nimble Pilferer at $62.70, the Halo Foil Kennerith the Return King at $80.60, and the Halo Foil Ragavan Nimble Pilferer valued at $186.86. The set also features 18 cards valued between $5 and $10 and 33 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 111 cards from the subset are currently valued less than $1. If you were to add up the non-foil market prices of all 195 standard frame, etched foil, and halo foil cards, you'd be looking at a grand total of $1,260.91 in market value. And here's a look at the value that we saw from the subset in today's box. We picked up 2 Skithrix the Blight Dragons, both valued over $10 in today's box. We saw the etched foil valued at $19.85 and the halo foil valued at $59.49. We also picked up a single card valued between $5 and $10 and 2 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 31 cards from the Multiverse Legends subset that we saw today are currently valued less than $1. Finally, here's a look at the market value of the 62 cards that you can pull from the Commander subset. Currently, there are no Commander cards valued over $10, and only one extended art card valued between $5 and $10. There are 12 cards valued between $1 and $5, but the other 49 cards are valued less than $1. If you were to add up the market value of all 62 cards, you'd be looking at a grand total of $52.76. And here's a look at how today's box performed in the Commander subset. We pulled one non-foil valued between $5 and $10, which was the most valuable card that we could have pulled, the extended art Bitterhorn Nissa's Animus, valued at $9.82. We also saw 2 Commander extended art cards valued between $1 and $5, but the other 10 cards from the subset that we saw are valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box on my recent trip to Alaska from the Mox Boarding House in Seattle for $229. The current market price for these boxes as of June 3rd, 2023 is $208.80. Today's collector booster box contained 12 packs with 15 cards each, allowing us to see 180 cards plus 12 tokens. The 12 tokens that we saw currently have a value of $3.16. The 15 basic lands have a combined value of $3.22. The 57 commons from the main set are valued at $4.91. The 24 uncommons from the main set are valued at $4.60. The 29 rares have a current market value of $39.06, and the 5 mythics from the main set are valued at $37.82. The 36 cards that we saw from the Multiverse Legends subset are valued at $98.13. And finally, the 14 Commander cards are valued at $14.24. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be a disappointing $205.14 in market value, which is a loss of $24.85, which means that this box only returned 89% of my purchase price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 14 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $161.69, which means that those 14 cards represent 79% of the total box value. Now let's compare the 4 collector boxes opened thus far on the channel to see what these boxes are producing. The following table shows the non-foil observed cards for today's box, plus the collector box opened on May 15th, April 28th, and April 18th. From the main set, we're seeing an average of 4.25 non-foil showcase cards per box, as well as 8.5 non-foil extended art cards. The boxes are producing just as many borderless cards as they are serialized double rainbow foils. However, this is just an anomaly due to the small number of boxes that I've opened so far. In the traditional foil space, we're seeing between 106 and 107 cards per box, plus about 4.5 showcase cards and 5.75 foil extended art cards. So far, I've not seen a single foil borderless card in any of the boxes. From the Multiverse Legends subset, these 4 boxes have produced between 10 and 11 etched foils each, along with 4 to 5 halo foils, and exactly 21 traditional foils. From the Commander subset, we've seen between 1 and 2 foils in standard frame per box, along with 0 to 2 foils in extended art, and 10 to 12 non-foil extended art cards. Thank you so much for watching. I want to take a moment to give a special shout out to all of the channel members. Your support helps fund this operation and allows me to create the content that you all enjoy. If you're not yet a channel member, I invite you to consider becoming one. By joining, you'll gain early access to videos and many other perks. If you're interested in supporting the channel but don't want to become a member, there are several other ways that you can show your support. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue with the channel. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, do something amazing.